There's been a lot of talk about whether President Donald Trump was right to turn to the Juventus first team in the Oval Office and say to them, lads, I'm thinking about bombing Iran. Now, the Juve boys, they obviously looked gobsmacked. They thought they were there to discuss the Club World Cup, and suddenly they're being looped into major global military stratagems. But I think Donald Trump was right to ask them. And actually, I'm disappointed that the Juve boys didn't have a fully thought out military stratagem. I have experience in this field. Let me take you back to the first Gulf War. It's 1991. I'd just come off the bench for Swindon in the Simod Cup, and I got a call. There's a call. The Prime Minister wants to see you straight away. So next thing I know, I'm sitting in a dimly lit conference room in RAF Lynham, sharing a packet of hobnobs with the Prime Minister, John Major. And he says to me, Ian, do you think Desert Storm should be a ground-led offensive or aerial-led? And I said to him, look, John, mate, I'm more of a 4-4-2 man, but that considered, I believe you've got deep strike capabilities with all your assets in the Middle East region, in the Gulf region. Surely you need to strangle the supply lines between Iraq and Kuwait. And he sort of nodded, and he wrote something in a little book. And then he said, did I fancy a go on the row machine that was in the corner of the room? I didn't really know what state protocol was, so I said, sure, and bashed out a cheeky 10K. That was the weird bit, actually. I was huffing and puffing on the floor in the corner, and he was just sat staring at me while he finished the hobnobs. But I like to think I had a positive impact on the war plans of the government of the day. Not many people know this, but when the British forces retook South Georgia in the Falklands in 1982, that whole campaign was masterminded by goalkeeper Peter Shilton, working closely with Maggie Thatcher. You're not supposed to know that, but keep stum. So yeah, Juventus, you've just had a presidential handshake. That gives you military clearance. Don't waste this.